Welcome into Rob Rides Gen X Pop Culture, and today I'm going to show you my Christmas lights. So I'm on my cell phone, and we'll start kind of on the side of the house. And if you're familiar with what happened last year, some of these are the same. I've done a little bit of different stuff, but here we go. So on my wall, you can barely read it. It's a little bit old. I probably need to update it, but it says Merry Christmas, and you got the little Santa Claus, the candy cane, the presents. Here, I'll zoom in for effect. Right there. And as you go above on my house, you should see snowflakes. So pretty cool. And then as we pan around to the side, there's my new snowman. And of course some lights in the bushes and my little snowman. And there's actually another snowman hanging around right there, the sign. I didn't have it lit up. It's mainly for the daytime. When you look over at my fence, coming back from this, I don't know how well this shows up, but there's a Christmas tree there surrounded by snowflakes. And there's a wreath on the fence too. It may be hard to see in the dark. So that once again is the side. Here's an up close picture of the snowman right there. And maybe get a little bit closer to see the Christmas, well, maybe if I don't block it. The tree, the Merry Christmas, now you can probably see it. Hopefully you can see the snow a little bit better on the blue background. It shows up really well from the street. Maybe we should go further back. We'll see. Anyway, that is the side of the house. And we'll come around to the front in a second here. Let's just see what it looks like when I go back. Yeah, that's my neighbor. We'll back up and back out. You see a little bit better. So, my glowing snowman. So we'll come around to the front of the house. And who's that in the corner? I've got the Chevy Chase in the corner. Now the problem with him is that he tore like last year, and I had to fix him, and it's better if I'm closer to the house. One of the lights actually doesn't light up on it, but here's a zoomed in shot that I think is better. You can see him. He still looks good though. He moves along, which I think it makes it a little bit funnier with his electrocution with the lights. That's cool. And of course some lights in the bushes. And then the front of my house, Santa and Frosty, and the sign says Merry and Bright. Let's see if I can. Harder to see with the camera. Multicolored lights in the bushes. Some more in another bush. And of course, oh wow, this shows up really well. Oh, come let us adore him, the reason for the season. Yes, I've got my manger scene broadcasting on the garage, which I think is cool with those angels. Very cool. And then the final piece of the puzzle, the last part of my house, is You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. The Grinch himself, and of course Max is with him. And he's surrounded by presents and candy canes because this is a happy Grinch. His heart has grown. And I think he's got the blue eyes. Yeah, he's got, well, actually they're black. So should be blue because he's got the heart. Anyway, those are my Christmas decorations. Christmas is one of my favorite times of year. One of the most fun things that we always did with my family was help my dad put the Christmas lights up. Always had such a fun time doing that, and I always like looking at Christmas lights. Some of my favorite memories have been made just looking at Christmas lights and just enjoying the peace and tranquility of it, and just looking at all the pretty designs and everything that people do that are creative. I remember there were neighborhoods that just, where I grew up, would just go all out on Christmas lights. And it's a lot of fun, and it's fun to set up. Of course, this year was an unusual year for me to set up the Christmas lights because in Texas it was 80 degrees and I was getting bit by mosquitoes. Putting up Christmas lights and getting bit by mosquitoes, that was a new phenomenon for me, but it's par for the course here in Texas. We get some extreme weather. For instance, today it was down to 34 and then it got up to 61. So that's Texas weather for you. Can't change it, can't do anything with it, but gotta love it, especially if you live here. So anyway, what are your favorite traditions? Do you like Christmas lights? Do you like looking at Christmas lights? What are some traditions that you've had around Christmas lights? Do you put up Christmas lights? Leave them in the comments. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.